This video is on the elimination method for solving systems of equations. A system of equations is just when you have at least two equations. We don't go beyond two in this course. So we're using the elimination method. There are a couple of methods to use. We also have substitution. Elimination is the easier one. The way that you can recognize if you're going to use elimination is if you see opposite terms. So these terms right here, I have a positive 4y and a negative 4y. So because those are the same looking term, but they have different signs, those are going to be opposite terms. So when I have opposite terms, I can just go ahead and cancel them out. So I'm going to cancel these. The first step is just to eliminate the opposite terms. The next step, I'm going to take the equations and add them. So I'll be adding this column, negative 7x plus a negative 7x is negative 14x. I'm skipping this whole part because I already eliminated that. So I have left on the right side, negative 9 plus 23. That would be 14. And now we're just going to solve for x. Once I find this x value, I'm going to use that to then find my y value as well. So first I will go through and just divide by negative 14 on both sides. These cancel, and you're just left with x equals negative 1. So this is only half of our answer. Now we have to find our y value. I don't want my solution just to say x equals. I'm trying to find where does this line cross this line on a graph. So my answer is actually going to look like a point xy. So I have the negative 1. I'll put that in for x. But now I'm going to find y. Now, to find y, you're going to make a choice. You're going to pick either this equation or this equation. It will work out either way no matter which one you pick. I like the one with more positives in it. These kind of look both the same as easy, but I'll just go with the first one. I'm going to choose that equation. So I'm just going to rewrite that over here. Rewrite the equation, everything including what you had eliminated, plus the 4y equals negative 9. Now, because I know that x is equal to negative 1, I can take that negative 1 and plug it in right there for x. So I'll do that now, negative 7. I'm going to multiply by negative 1 that I got from right here. And now I'm just going to write the rest of it, plus 4y equals negative 1. Now we just have to solve for y. Negative 7 times negative 1 is a positive 7. Bring down the rest. I'm going to subtract the 7 on both sides. These cancel. And I'm left with 4y equals negative 16. Now to solve for y, I just have to divide by 4. These cancel, and now I'm just left with y equals negative 16 divided by 4, the negative 4. So this is the other half of my answer. Now I will take this negative 1 and plug it in for x, and I will take the negative 4 and plug it in for y. So this is my final answer, my xy coordinate. And what that actually means is that if I were to have a graph and I had two lines drawn, they would meet at this point, -1, -4, which would be somewhere around here. So at this point, you're going to have two lines that intersect. Here's another example where we would use the elimination method. Just remember that these have invisible ones right here. So I see that I have two of the same term, except one is negative and one is positive. So those would be opposite terms, and I can just eliminate them. Now I'll go through and add my equations. 1y plus 10y gives me 11y. -2 plus a -20 gives me -22. Now I can solve for y. The 11's cancel out, and you're just left with y equals -2. So again, this is only half of my answer. Now I'm going to choose either equation. I'm looking at them and I like the second one better, but again, it really doesn't matter which one you choose. So I'm going to take this one right here and I'll just rewrite it. X plus 10y equals -20. The reason that I'm rewriting this is because now that I have this information that y is -2, I can take it and plug it in for y right here. So we have x plus 10, plug in a -2, equals -20. 10 times -2, -20, equals -20. And now I still want to get this x by itself, so I'm going to have to get rid of the -20. I'm going to add 20 to both sides. These cancel, and now I have x all by itself. -20 plus 20 is equal to 0. So this is the other half of my answer. Now I just have to plug it in into this xy coordinate. Well, x is equal to 0, so I'll put that here. And y is equal to -2, so I can plug that in for y right here. And this would be your final answer. So these two lines that we have would cross at the point 0, -2. So that is the solution to the system of equations.